Imagine if your mind was so powerful that it could shape the world around you. What if you could control how people think, feel, and act, without them even realizing it? In politics, this is the real game. It's not about being the loudest voice or the most charming. It's about having a mind that can outthink, outlast, and outmaneuver everyone else. Did you know that 70% of political decisions are influenced by emotions, not logic? Or that 80% of political success is driven by how well you manage public perception, not policies? That's right, most voters don't make decisions based on facts, but on how politicians make them feel. In this video, we'll dive deep into the strategies that make political minds unbreakable. We'll uncover the secret tactics that can turn weaknesses into powerful assets. You'll learn how to control not just your own mind, but the minds of others too. This isn't about being perfect, it's about building a mind so strong, it scares people into respecting you. Ready to discover how? Let's get started. Chapter 1: The Politics of Power. Unmasking the real game. Politics is a game of strategy, and behind every successful politician lies a powerful mind. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room, but you do need to understand the game. Political leaders know how to read people, sway opinions, and control the narrative. It's not about being the loudest, but the most calculated. According to the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, those in power understand that control over perception is key. When you build a mind strong enough to think strategically, you can lead the narrative instead of being led by it. Psychological warfare is at the heart of modern politics. Look at the 2016 US presidential election. The ability to frame debates, twist facts, and tap into people's emotions made all the difference. Political leaders who can manipulate the public's perception of reality are often the ones who win. The real question is not who has the best policies, but who can get the people to believe in their policies. In political power struggles, mastering this mindset is everything. Leaders like Winston Churchill and Franklin D. Roosevelt faced impossible odds, yet their mental strength helped them steer their nations through tough times. The strongest minds are the ones that see beyond short-term gains and think long-term. Building that kind of mind means learning to adapt, outsmart, and stay steps ahead of your opponents. Chapter 2: The Art of Persuasion. How to make people believe anything. Politics thrives on persuasion. If you can convince people to believe in your ideas, you can shape the world. One of the most powerful tactics is emotional appeal. Politicians have used fear, hope, and anger to influence the masses for centuries. Take a look at historical figures like Martin Luther King Jr. His speeches were so compelling because they didn't just appeal to logic, they spoke to the heart. Psychologists have long known that people are far more likely to be persuaded by emotions than by facts. In a study by Dr. Antonio Damasio, it was shown that emotions play a major role in decision-making, even when people think they are being logical. Politicians who understand this will always have an edge. When people are emotionally invested, they aren't as critical of the facts, they believe what they want to believe. We all know the power of a well-timed slogan. Just look at Obama's "Yes, we can," or Trump's "Make America Great Again." These simple phrases tapped into deep emotions, sparking movements and creating legacies. The mind that can see past mere words and craft these emotional triggers is a force to be reckoned with. Chapter 3: Mental Resilience in Politics. Weathering the storm. Politics isn't for the faint-hearted. Scandals, media attacks, and public criticism are just part of the job. But what sets strong political figures apart is their resilience. Remember when Bill Clinton faced impeachment in 1998? Instead of letting it crush him, he turned it into a political win. His ability to remain calm, confident, and unapologetic during a time of public humiliation is a perfect example of mental toughness. Resilience isn't just about surviving, it's about bouncing back stronger. In a 2017 study by the American Psychological Association, resilience was shown to improve political effectiveness. Those who can manage their emotions, think critically, and stay focused under pressure are more likely to succeed. Mental resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. Leaders like Angela Merkel have faced countless political challenges, yet her calm, steady approach has earned her respect. She remains a model of composure, showing that resilience isn't about never falling, it's about getting up every time you do. If you're finding this content helpful, don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on more powerful political strategies. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Chapter 4: From Weakness to Strength. Turning doubts into political weapons. Everyone has doubts. Even the most successful politicians have faced moments of uncertainty. But what truly sets them apart is their ability to turn those doubts into advantages. When Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for 27 years, many believed his cause was lost. Yet, his time in prison became his greatest strength. He used that time to reflect, build mental fortitude, and deepen his understanding of leadership. Turning weakness into strength is an essential skill in politics. In his book The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle explains that by accepting your vulnerabilities, you can transform them into power. Politicians who embrace their imperfections tend to resonate more with the public. When Barack Obama openly discussed his struggles with racial identity, it made him more relatable and, ultimately, more powerful. Studies have shown that vulnerability can actually build trust. A 2016 study from the University of Houston found that people tend to trust others more when they show vulnerability. So, don't be afraid to acknowledge your fears or failures. It can be the key to gaining respect and trust in the political world. Chapter 5: The Psychology of Opponents. Understanding your political enemy. Understanding your opponent's mind is just as important as understanding your own. The best political strategists know that by studying their rivals, they can predict moves and outmaneuver them. In fact, Sun Tzu's The Art of War teaches that, if you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Psychological profiling is a powerful tool in politics. By analyzing your opponent's behavior, you can predict their reactions and turn their strengths into weaknesses. Richard Nixon's handling of the 1960 debates against John F. Kennedy is a prime example. His discomfort and sweaty appearance in front of the cameras contrasted Kennedy's calm demeanor and helped shape public opinion. In politics, the best strategy is often to make your opponent feel they are losing, even when they aren't. Politicians like Ronald Reagan were masters of this tactic. They knew how to manipulate the media and public perception to create a narrative where their rivals seemed out of touch or incapable. Chapter 6: Beyond the Mirror. Building a mind that commands respect. Finally, the most important element of political mental strength is the ability to command respect. This isn't about being feared, it's about being admired for your strength of character. Leaders like Abraham Lincoln, who stood firm in his beliefs despite overwhelming opposition, became icons because of their ability to stay true to their principles. Your mindset shapes how others perceive you. If you exude confidence and calm, people will follow you. The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale emphasizes that mental discipline, whether through affirmations, meditation, or visualization, can help solidify your confidence and presence. Strong minds are unshakable. When you make decisions with clarity and conviction, people notice. Margaret Thatcher's leadership style was based on her ability to never back down, no matter the pressure. When you build a mind that doesn't waver, that doesn't second-guess itself, you begin to create a presence that commands respect. In politics, respect isn't given, it's earned. And the best way to earn it is by developing a mind so strong, so unyielding, that others can't help but stand in awe. When you control your thoughts, your actions, and your emotions, you control your destiny. Conclusion: building a mind strong enough to scare people doesn't require brute force, it requires mental toughness, emotional intelligence, and an understanding of the psychological tactics at play in politics. From persuasion to resilience, turning doubts into strengths, and outsmarting opponents, the true power in politics lies in mastering your own mind. When you do that, you'll not only survive the political landscape, you'll thrive in it. If you enjoyed these strategies, make sure to subscribe for more insights into building an unstoppable political mindset. Your journey to mastering the art of influence and power starts right here.